everybody.
To the Go Racing Podcast. I'm so excited.
Yes.
We have a special guest today, which is awesome. It's our buddy Matt Jaskell. Ta-da! There he is. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming. For you guys that don't know, Matt and I have been friends. I'm not sure for how long.
25 years. About 25 years.
And when I met you, you were like a motocross kid getting into go-karts.
Yeah. Gosh, that's how far back we go. Wow. Yeah. So about 25 years now, which I hate to date ourselves, but yeah.
Yeah, but in that 25 years, you've done racing, you've done instructing, you're a skydiver, you're a triathlon athlete, a business owner. We got a lot to talk about.
Maybe a little too much. It's a 3-hour show, right?
Yeah.
4.
We're gonna talk really fast. But no, let me go ahead and push it on over to you. Kind of introduce yourself, and we'll get into some stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So thanks. I mean, just to talk about what Michele just said. Yeah. So 25 years. I mean, I'm 35 years old now. Lived in Vegas most of my life. And how Michele and I basically met was I grew up racing with her brother. Her brother was actually kind of like an arch enemy rival of mine. He really was. Like our dads, were going head to head and competing. And the dads are competing against themselves just as much as the drivers are. And this is in go-kart racing. So I started in motocross at the age of 5. And by the time I was 10, I was moving into karts, and that was already when I met her brother Michael, and he was like already a local hot shot, at the kart track, and I was just getting into the karting scene, and even though we were rivals, we would spend the night at each other's house, we'd hang out. So like some of my first memories of Michele is hanging out, playing video games with your brother, spending the night at the house, and you were probably only like 5 years old.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Right, yeah. So
and the cool thing was like we guys both are from Vegas because there wasn't a lot of Vegas karters back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. We date back really far, and we actually put together kind of a cool little highlight reel of you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's
Little
throw that
intro.
up, and
Let's
then
take a look.
we'll have to get it pulled up, but it's pretty rad. So here, let's check it out.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Three, 2, 1, see ya. Man, that is really cool.
So that's Matt Jaskell.
Wow.
That's just a
Short
glimpse
version.
of what Matt
A
does.
very short version of Matt.
Yeah.
That's my life. That's insane.
Yeah,
That guy's
I mean-
crazy.
So if you don't follow Matt on Instagram or whatever yet, make sure you follow him. He's got YouTube, got all that stuff. But let's get into like some stuff here. Let's get into some questions. I'm excited to have you on the show. You're one of my, I guess, first guests, sort of. We had Roman on the show last week.
Oh, we have Brett too.
Yeah, Brett was on our
Sorry
show
for the
from
noise.
Insane Power.
Okay.
But yeah, so I actually have a couple questions for you
I'd love to answer them.
because I know otherwise we're going to jump into a bunch of other stuff. So
Okay.
in the video we showed, you obviously have done karting, you've done closed wheel stuff. What do you prefer?
For sure, I prefer closed wheel. I mean, that was what I fought for my entire life. I mean, genuinely, even watching that video, I'm a bit of an emotional guy. Actually, I get emotional watching that. Like, God, I've done so much in my life, but there's so much struggle that people don't understand. You watch a video and you would think I'm.
You're
some-
lucky. You're just a lucky dude.
Lucky dude.
So
You would think I'm some trust fund baby. Really, I'm financing a lot of those trips on credit cards, and I'm just trying to live. I'm trying to live my life. And there's a. It would probably take too long to explain, how and more importantly why my life has gone down some of the roads that it's gone down. But as far as just the racing side, to keep the questions clean, yeah. So I was a Formula One development driver, as you know, in the Red Bull program, and dating way back to 2004, which it seems like a lifetime ago, but also it seems like it was just yesterday,
Yeah.
and not to sound cliche, I mean it was traumatic. It wasn't the best of times. Actually, there was a lot of drama going on. It was very political and financially driven, and it wasn't, even though it was an amazing experience, it was one of the more difficult experiences of my life, fighting in that program as an American, trying to make it to Formula One. But my heart will always be open wheel. it's like a fighter. It's a fighter jet. You know, you get to you're driving something that's so unique, and it's not like anything else. You know, I really do genuinely enjoy driving sports cars, and I did NASCAR and stuff like that. But open wheel will always be, you know, the ultimate dream of still driving, or at least like an LMP1 car. If people don't know, like the prototype, you know, Le Mans cars and things like that, which are really close to an open wheel car. But anything that's, you know, similar to a go-kart. I still love driving a go. You know, it has the power to weight ratio of a Formula One car. It's aggressive. And I like the challenge. Anything that's difficult to drive, you know?
Yeah, I noticed, like, we go to pole position here and there together, and I was behind you at one point the last time we were there, and you're so good at, like, keeping momentum and just carrying the speed, and I think that comes from the karting side of things, because, like, I didn't do any karting, really.
Right.
And we were just out there for fun before your Castaways deal.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, Matt just killed it through, like, the corners. I'm like, why is he so much faster than me? But it's a momentum thing,